Hello, my name is Natalia Porsche and I am an immigration attorney here in the United States. And in this video, I will tell you how you can gain and lose United States citizenship. First of all, how can you gain United States citizenship? There are 4 ways to gain and to lose US citizenship. Well, first of all, I will speak about how to gain the US citizenship. First way is by naturalization. If you look at your N-400 application, you will see that the first paragraph, I believe, that is in N-400 application says that you can qualify to gain your US citizenship by naturalization if you had a green card for at least 5 years. So number two is through marriage, right? If you've been married to the United States citizen for at least 3 years, you can apply for naturalization by filling out N-400 application and all the documents to show that you're eligible to get naturalized. Number 3, you can get your US citizenship through your parents, right? So if you gain your green card through your parents, and obviously now you can apply for naturalization based on your that you had a green card for at least 5 years. There are other ways to gain your citizenship through your parents. For example, there is derivative citizenship, but you really acquired if one of your during birth, if one of your parents is a US citizen at the time when you was born, and also by adoption. You can gain your citizenship by adoption. And now the final way to gain your citizenship, US citizenship, is if you've been serving in US military, right? So through military. That's another way to gain your US citizenship. Now, let's talk about the way you can lose your US citizenship. So let's say that you went through a process called naturalization by filing N-400 application with the US Citizenship Service here in the United States. And also you went for an interview with the US immigration officer. You passed your interview. You answer all your questions. You successfully passed your US history test and civic test, and also your writing and speaking English test. So now, or you had an exemption that you qualify under. So now you receive this certificate of naturalization. And let's say you had your naturalization, for 5 years. So you've been naturalized citizen of the United States for 5 years. So now, let's say a little less than 5 years. So now, what are the ways that you can lose your US citizenship? Well, someone can say, well, how can you lose it if you already gain it? Well, yes, there is a way to lose it. It's called process called denaturalization. And USCIS actually assigns specific officers for this kind of purpose to get someone to lose their US citizenship. Okay, so the first way to lose your US citizenship, if you use something misrepresented on your N-400 application or not disclose it, or if, let's say, you go for an interview and you say something to the USCIS immigration officer which is not true, or you fail to disclose something to answer a question truthfully, okay? And so that's number 1. So you can be denaturalized if you're not being truthful, or you fail to disclose some material fact based on which you gain your naturalization, right? You was eligible to get naturalization, to get naturalized. So number 2, how you can lose it is if you if you went through naturalization, you gain your citizenship, and then within 5 years, let's say you join Communist Party or another totalitarian party, or let's say you became a member of organized terrorist organization, right? Some terrorist organization. So that's another way to lose your US citizenship. Now, another way to lose your naturalized citizenship is, let's say, if you was dishonorably discharged from armed forces, from military within 5 years after you gain your U.S. citizenship. So that's another way to lose your citizenship if your citizenship was acquired based on the fact that you was in the military, right? So you got naturalized in the first place based on the fact that you was in the military and you was eligible based on them, and then within 5 years after your naturalization, you losing your you're dishonorably discharged from the military, so your citizenship is getting revoked because of your dishonorable discharge. Now, and another way is if you was not eligible to naturalize in the first place, right? If, let's say, you put something on the application which is not, you was not eligible to naturalize. There are certain requirements that you have to meet in order to become naturalized citizen, right? Through marriage, let's say if marriage was based, if it wasn't bona fide marriage, if it wasn't marriage in a good faith, so that also can go into that, you can lose your citizenship based on that. So this is to recap. Those are the ways to gain and lose your U.S. citizenship. So you can gain it through naturalization if you had a green card for more than 5 years, if you've been married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years, and you can gain it through military, right? Serving in the United States Armed Forces. And then you can lose it. You can lose it by if you disclose something, not disclose something, or you misrepresent something in your application during your interview to the United States USCIS officer. And so therefore you can lose your citizenship. And also if you dishonorably discharged from armed forces, and if your U.S. citizenship was based on the serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. So those are the ways to gain and lose U.S. citizenship. It's good if you have any questions. It's always good to contact an attorney and discuss with an attorney your case. If you have specifically any kind of problems with criminal law in the past, if you had DUIs, you had any misdemeanors or felonies, specifically felonies, and it was less than 5 years, you filed the application for naturalization, there's a little, red flag for the USCIS officer. So it's always good to talk to the experienced immigration attorney about naturalization. You might need to wait a little bit of time before you get naturalized because it's just, it's just what the law requires. So you will have to establish good moral character. If you have any questions about this video, you're welcome to give us a call to set up your consultation. Our phone number is 228-229-7500. My name is Natalia Porsche, and I'm an attorney. We are based in Mississippi in the United States. We serve all 50 states. We also speak Russian and Spanish. So if you need to set up consultation, give us a call. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, put thumbs up, subscribe to my channel.